Hey guys, this is Italy, and I'm one of those people that doesn't like to spend Italy's money on the first turn. Reason why is because Italy needs a lot of things, but there's nothing that they really need that they can buy with $10. There's lots of things that they need that they can buy for more than $10, but there's not really a whole lot that Italy needs that they can buy with $10. So Italy's kind of in a pickle. We didn't get a single hit on the British Navy, so the British Navy is unscathed, which means it's going to be a lot harder to deal with, but I think we can do it. Anyway, basically, these units and these units are, well, more or less, they're eventually going to get destroyed because we don't have the Navy to resupply them at the moment. So the best thing to do is to keep a presence in Africa as long as possible. That way Great Britain can't just meander around and do whatever they want. They have to, like, oh, there's units in Africa. They have to do something. So basically what I like to do is, well, as Germany, I like to take these couple, and I like to take Normandy. So that only leaves Italy with southern France and Greece, which is part of one of their national objectives. So if they can accomplish take over that, and either Egypt or Gibraltar, then we're in pretty good shape. So that's about all I got. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into the moves. So we've been luckily given the opportunity to keep our army here in North Africa, so we have to use it as best as possible. Our problem is that Egypt is too strongly defended. We cannot do an all-out offensive, because then if we move into Alexandria, then they'll just use all their land units, and then they'll use all their air units, and then if we don't take this navy out, then they'll use the fighters from there, and they'll use a transport, and they'll get the cruiser bombardment, and it'll just be a massacre. So basically, what we're gonna have to do is we're kind of have to retreat and take over these free dollars that the French are gonna give us, and then expand down here, hopefully as fast as possible. That's kind of the goal. Anyway, so let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to take this artillery and this infantry into Tunisia, and then we're also going to take this tank and this mech from Tobruk, and we're going to blitz them across Libya. So now we've got a decent offensive force, and then on non-combative turns we're going to move these here to Libya, retreat them, because Tobruk is useless to us, doesn't matter, we don't need it, and we need to keep these units alive as long as possible. And then hopefully, if we don't lose too many units here, then we can rejoin them and make a defensible stand here in Libya and keep these dollars coming in as best as possible, because Italy needs every dollar that it can get. So now over here, we're kind of in a little bit of a struggle, because usually Italy has an infantry here, and what I would suggest is I would send I would send an infantry from Italian Somaliland into here, along with the artillery from Ethiopia and an infantry from Ethiopia, and then send an infantry here. The reason why is because the infantry here will block the tank and mech from blitzing over and attacking here, and it keeps the British, basically the only national objective Great Britain has is controlling all of its original territory. So if we can hold at least one of these two, then they won't get that extra $5, and that helps us out even more, because that's our main enemy in North Africa until America arrives anyways. So in this instance, we're just going to have to, what's the word I'm looking for? We're just going to have to improvise. So we're going to take an infantry from Ethiopia into here, and an infantry and artillery here into Kenya. Let me get an infantry piece. So we'll take a couple extra dollars there, we'll take $1 here. And now we have to take over southern France, and we have to take over Greece. That's just no doubt about it. We have to do that. And we also have to destroy this British Navy. And then we'll leave the French Navy for the German subs that are sitting right here. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 artillery and 2 infantry from northern Italy into southern France. And that should be enough to take it out with minimal losses. And then we're going to take this tank from northern Italy, and we're going to blitz it Sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. We're going to put it on this transport here. So we're going to have a tank, and we're going to take an infantry on this transport, and then we're going to go 1, 2 here to C-Zone 99. And so now we'll have 3 infantry and 2 tanks invading Greece. and that should work out well enough. And now basically we're just going to send everything else that we have into the British Navy, and we have about a 60% chance of winning, so it's a little bit of dice luck, but I think we can pull it off. So we got our sub, destroyer, and cruiser, along with 2 fighters and a bomber. And if this doesn't go well, we can always retreat our airplanes back and let the Germans with their 2 subs and their fighter, and maybe they can throw in some other planes up here, and they can take care of that mess. So that's all the attacks, so let's go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and do the give me's. So we took Anglo, Egypt, Sudan, and we took Kenya. Now let's go ahead and roll for the Northern Africa one. So we've got an infantry and a mech rolling at the same level. Okay, that sealed the deal. Now we got the French infantry, and they did not get a hit. So we took over Tunisia. That's good. Now we got a dominating force in North Africa, and we can just take over Algeria and Morocco. And then if we get the chance, we could take Alexandria and snag an extra $5, and hopefully that's what we can do. Alright, now we'll go ahead and do southern France. So we've got 2 infantry and 2 artillery. They're all at the same level because our infantry is boosted by the artillery. Not a single hit. Alright, the French infantry and artillery. Not a single hit. Again. So we got 3 hits. So that's all we needed. Not a single hit. Good. This is exactly what we want. We want minimal loss with Italy because we cannot afford any losses. We need every unit counts when it comes to Italy. Just because Italy is so stretched so thin, and they don't have a whole lot in the first place. So as few losses as possible means more defense later. Alright, now we'll go ahead and do Greece. So we've got 3 infantry, no hits, and 2 tanks, 1 hit. Alright, and then Greece will roll 4 infantry, and they got 1 hit. So we'll lose an infantry, and they'll lose an infantry. Alright, so we got 2 infantry, there's 1 hit, and then 2 tanks. Come on, tanks. Well, there's another hit. Alright, so we got 2 hits. And then we'll roll for 3 infantry this time. They got 2 hits as well. Alright, so it's my 2 tanks versus their 1 infantry. Let's see if we can get it. There it is. And then their 1 infantry. Nope, they did not get a hit. And that's exactly what we wanted. Alright, I was hoping there'd be some extra infantry left over, but I don't think that was going to happen. Oh well, we've got some tanks now over in Greece. And they should be strong enough to thwart a naval invasion, so long as we destroy this navy. Well, might not be able to because if they throw in their air power, but we'll see how that goes. Alright, now we're going to have some good rolling here, so let's see if we can't get some good rolling. So we got our sub, there's a hit, then we got our destroyer, nope, and then we've got our cruiser and 2 fighters, 2 more hits. Then I got the bomber. Nope, so 3 total hits. So we're going to take 1 on the aircraft carrier. So that's 1, and then we'll lose a destroyer, and then we'll lose the cruiser, I guess. Alright, so now for the British, we'll go ahead and roll. So we got our destroyer and aircraft carrier. No hits. Then we got our cruiser. There's 1 hit, and then the 2 fighters. Looks like they got 1 other hit. So the British got 2 hits altogether, so we'll lose a destroyer and a sub. Alright, not bad, not bad. Now we're just going to do some real damage here. So we got a cruiser and 2 fighters. 2 hits. And we need 1 more to get them out, so let's go bomber. Nope, so we got 2 hits, so we'll lose the aircraft carrier and a fighter. Alright, so we'll roll for the aircraft carrier. Nope, and then the 2 fighters. And they got 1 hit, so we will lose our cruiser. Alright, now if we can take out this fighter without any air losses, that would be amazing. Alright, so here we go. So we've got 2 fighters. There it is. Alright, here we go. I couldn't tell which one that was. Sorry guys, here I'll reroll. Nope, so no hit. It's exactly what we wanted. Alright, so we destroyed the British Navy, and we kept all our air units, because air units are expensive. Italy needs every single one that they can get. Alright, guys, I think that's it, and so I will see you guys in the next video.